Say hi to the people. He got his cone off. He's very happy about it. Good morning, everyone. I hope all of your mornings are going a lot better than mine is. I got 5 hours of sleep last night because I got woken up 2 hours early by my neighbor who's doing some fancy construction right outside my window. So needless to say, I'm a wee bit tired this morning. So we're starting out with some coffee, using my Coffee Guys coffee from the farmer's market. And I'm pretty sad because this kind of ruined my workout plans for the day. I was gonna do like a really great lower body workout, but because I didn't get enough sleep, I don't feel well rested and well recovered, like I probably shouldn't push it and shouldn't do a really heavy workout today. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of treat today more as a rest day, just focus on keeping my movement up, going for my walks, and maybe doing some light yoga if I'm feeling up to it once I have the coffee. And in my opinion, that's kind of the definition of living a healthy lifestyle, like being able to be flexible and not having to stick to like a super rigid plan when it comes to exercise or nutrition, but just being able to go with the flow and determine what is best for your body in the moment and responding accordingly. So today I wanted to show you what I eat in a day when I'm not consuming any sugar, because I recently decided to do a wee bit of a sugar detox, which I will explain in just a little bit. Don't worry about that for now. But I just want to start off by showing you how you can sweeten up your coffee without using any added sugar. And the first important key is coconut butter. It adds so much sweetness. So I just put in like half a teaspoon of that. Honestly, I don't need my coffee super sweet right now. I just wanted to add a little bit of something in there. And then key step number 2 is cinnamon. Cinnamon surprisingly is a really good, I don't know if it sweetens things or if it just like enhances the natural sweetness in things. I don't really know how it works, but when you add cinnamon to, this is cardamom, not cinnamon, oh my God. When you add cinnamon to things, not cardamom, it just makes it a little bit, I don't know, just tastes a little sweeter. You're just gonna do like tiny little sprinkle of that in there. And then not for sweetener purposes, just for like flavor purposes and to cool it down enough so that I can start drinking it in the next like hour, I'm going to add just a little bit, just a splishy splash of some almond milk. And we have a lightly sweetened with no sweetener coffee.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend.
It definitely just hurt my neck. I think it's just a little hurt, but right now it's a lot of hurt. I've done that so many times and been totally fine. The dismount was just not on point. All right, my first client call of the day is out of the way, so now I have some time to chit chat about why I am cutting out sugar for 30 days. Here's the deal. In the last couple years, basically since I started educating myself more about nutrition and the fact that, you know, sugar is not necessarily the best thing to be consuming, I have easily been able to moderate my sugar intake without feeling restricted, without feeling like I need to binge on all the sugar. I got to the point pretty easily and quickly where I could just eat whole unprocessed foods and at the end of the day have a couple bites of chocolate, have a few bites of something that would satisfy my cravings, satisfy my sweet tooth, and I would move on and be totally fine and happy with my life. But in the last couple months, my sugar intake has just slowly gone up and up and up and up and up and got to the point where I realized that I was consuming an unhealthy amount of sugar. I started feeling like I wasn't myself with food. I started feeling like the sugar was controlling me and I felt kind of dependent on it. And I don't ever want to be dependent on any sort of substance, whether it be sugar or caffeine, obviously not drugs, but like caffeine, that's one of the main reasons that I don't consume caffeine regularly. I don't want to be dependent on caffeine. I don't want to be dependent on sugar to feel happy or good or whatever. And so I realized I just needed to give my body a break from sugar and just break the addiction. So a little bit ago, I decided to quit sugar for 30 days in an effort to kind of let my body level out its response to sugar again, so that when I do eat it, I don't get that insane craving where I just want more and more and more. I can get back to the point where just a couple bites of something is enough to satisfy me and make me super happy. And I am vlogging my journey of 30 days with no sugar and what it's like to kind of give up that addiction. So make sure you are subscribed if you want to see this whole process. But that's why today I'm walking you through like a full day of eating 0 sugar. And right now I'm feeling like really good about it. I don't really have any sugar cravings right now, which is awesome. And I'm honestly enjoying my other food so much more. So like right now in a super positive place, very happy that I'm doing this. But one thing that I have found really helpful in keeping myself motivated to continue with this and follow through with this so that I can, you know, get back to where I want to be has been listening to audiobooks as I go through my walks all about sugar and why sugar is not optimal for health. Listening to these audiobooks was really helpful for me to kind of put me in the mindset of health and making sure that I was staying focused on the health aspects of sugar and why it's really not that great to consume excessive amounts of sugar, because you guys know me, I value my health above all, way more than my physical appearance. Like this wasn't just about like trying to lose fat and restricting in order to do it. It was because I know the negative impacts of sugar on health and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to affect my body in that way. One audiobook in particular that got me through a lot of the beginning process was The Case Against Sugar by Gary Taubes. It is a tome about the history of sugar and kind of how it came to be so prevalent in our society today and how a lot of the myths around sugar as well as fat have come into our beliefs about nutrition. And it also of course goes into a lot of the negative health effects of sugar, although if you are listening to the audiobook, if you want to learn specifically about the negative health effects, it's in like the last hour and a half of the audiobook. The first most of the audiobook is taken up by kind of the history and politics of sugar and how the sugar industry has kind of shaped our nutrition recommendations and all of that. Like, it is a fascinating listen to just see how all of this evolved and why we are all so addicted to sugar at this point. But if you are struggling with any amount of sugar addiction or you just want more motivation to kind of cut back on your sugar intake, I cannot recommend The Case Against Sugar enough. It helped me stay in the right mindset, be able to say no to my random sugar cravings that I knew weren't being caused by hunger. They were just being caused by the fact that my body really wanted sugar because I was eating too much sugar, and then my body was like, why are you not giving me the sugar? I need the quick energy. And yeah, and as always, this audiobook recommendation is indeed brought to you by Audible, the only audiobook listening platform that I use because it is by far the best. My favorite feature of it is that it allows you to speed up or slow down the reading of the books to wherever you want it to be. Like, it goes by 0.1. So I listened to The Case Against Sugar precisely at 2.6 times the actual speed, because that was like the max speed that I could do and still be able to internalize the information. But it's a very long audiobook and I wanted to be able to get through it in not 5 years. So I made it like the exact speed that I wanted. It's great. Audible has every single audiobook that I've ever wanted to listen to, and it is my go-to resource to educate myself about all things health and fitness. So I can't recommend Audible enough, and if you want to go to audible.com/Marissa or text Marissa to 500-500, you'll get yourself a 30-day free trial, 1 free audiobook credit, which you can use to listen to The Case Against Sugar or any audiobook of your choosing. And now they're actually giving out unlimited Audible Originals. Audible Originals are unique works created by celebrated storytellers specifically for Audible, from worlds as diverse as literature, journalism, theater, etc. So you get access to unlimited number of those. Audible.com/Marissa or texting Marissa to 500-500 to get your free trial, free audiobook credit, and unlimited Audible Originals. I will link that down in the description box. But yeah, when I think about all of the negative health effects that sugar can cause and has been linked to, like, my motivation to reduce my sugar intake to a healthier amount is just so much stronger. So with that being said, I am very hungry. It is time for breakfast. So I actually made this recipe for the first time in a video like the other week, and this is the sweet potato based chocolate Frosty. I will link to this recipe in the description. I have been loving this. I've literally made this last like 3 days in a row. It's my favorite. It makes it a lot easier to forego sugar when you're still indulging, or at least you feel like you're indulging. Like, to me, this feels indulgent. Like, it's thick, it's chocolatey. It does have a hint of sweetness because of the sweet potato, and it's delicious. And so I'm satisfying that like craving that I have at the beginning of the day, so I don't go like all day thinking about it. Like, I already had my delicious chocolate smoothie bowl. Like, oh, what more do I want in life? Not much, really. The one thing that I don't like about this is having to clean the blender after I'm done making it. Okay, the other thing that I don't like as much about that breakfast is the fact that it is a lot more carbohydrate dense than most of my breakfasts are, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that for me, I really do need a good source of protein and fat to keep me full and satiated for longer. So while that breakfast is really good at like satisfying the cravings and starting off the day on like a great, delicious note, it doesn't keep me as full for as long. So with that being said, it's time for a little snack. I'm not even that hungry. My body's just like, hey Marissa, can we have like a little something? Just a smidge, a nibble. It's a sneaky snack. And I'm honestly gonna have dinner in like 2 hours, 3 hours, so I don't want anything huge right now anyway. So I just made myself 2 hard-boiled eggs. I did a really bad job peeling them. Like, kind of destroyed it just a little bit, but like, whatever. It's like perfectly hard-boiled. It's amazing. It feels good when I eat eggs, and honestly, I think that's kind of what everyone should strive to feel with their meals. Like, you should be eating foods that you can tell are nourishing your body and make your body feel really good in the short term, but also in the long term. And eggs are just like, they're my favorite. I can hear my body saying, thank you, Marissa, thank you. So I just filmed this update for my 30 days with no sugar like overall vlog, but I felt like it was so significant that I really wanted to share it with you guys now. And that is that I genuinely think that I have had such a boost in mental clarity and ability to focus since I have cut out sugar. It's actually incredible. And I've been getting less sleep because the construction keeps waking me up. So it's not like other things are coming into play. Like, the only change that I've really made in the last 2 weeks has been cutting out sugar, and I feel like it has made a major difference in like my mental capacity. It is dinner time. Last night I made a huge batch of a delicious bowl of like nourishment and amazingness. I'll tell you guys what's in it. Give me a second. So it's cauliflower rice with like a ton of added stuff and some salmon, and then I also roasted up some Brussels sprouts with nutritional yeast, which is just my favorite way to eat Brussels sprouts. I've just been like craving Brussels sprouts lately. I love them so much. So mixed in with the cauliflower rice, we have a bunch of carrots, acorn squash, bok choy, scallions, zucchini. I cooked it all in a little bit of the mushroom chicken broth from Kettle and Fire, and then some coconut aminos thrown in there as well, and chopped up kale. Is that everything? Yeah. And then I baked the salmon with just like a drizzle of coconut aminos on top, so it's like the coconut amino-y flavor tying it all together. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. I also got some sauerkraut to mix in with it, and then the other secret is topping it with some chopped up cashews. That dinner is so filling. I'm not even joking. It's been like 2 hours and I'm still very full. So I'm just having a cup of tea for now. I just have a Tulsi and ginger tea, and I think this is gonna be it for me for the night. I've been having the Nuco cinnamon coconut wraps for dessert because those are like sugar-free. It's literally just like coconut meat, coconut, more coconut and cinnamon. But I ate the last one last night, so I don't have any more. And a couple nights before that, I ate the last of my raspberries and blueberries. So basically, I am out of no sugar dessert options that are enjoyable other than tea. So tea it is. But I'm honestly not even craving dessert right now, so we're good. I am really curious to know what your guys' relationship with sugar is, so if you want to leave a little note down in the comments below, let me know if like you've ever done a sugar detox like this before, or if you are in the phase where, you know, right now you aren't cutting out any food groups because you're trying to heal your relationship with food, or whatever, wherever you are on the spectrum. Let me know. I'm just curious to see where you guys are at. I'm hoping that coming out of these 30 days, I'll be just back in the normal Marissa headspace where I'm not just like constantly controlled by sugar, and I can just have like a couple bites of dessert and be super happy and fine and not feel like I need to eat 12 donuts every single night. But I will keep you guys updated. Again, I am vlogging my whole 30-day without sugar journey, and it has been interesting so far. So that should be up like in a wee bit. Make sure you are subscribed if you want to see that, and you've turned on little notifications so you get notified when I post a video, because y'all know YouTube doesn't notify you if you're subscribed to someone unless you hit the notification bell. It's obnoxious. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit more work to do, so I'm gonna go get that done, but then I'm just gonna head straight to bed because this is the last thing I'll be having for the night because it is quite late already. So if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really appreciate it. Please share it with your friends, your family. Stick it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram stories, whatever. See more videos from me all about health and fitness. You can check them out over here. Again, make sure you subscribe to see my journey of 30 days without sugar. Little notifications turned on so you get notified, and I will see you very soon. Bye.